video has been a long time coming. I've been procrastinating. Alright, just a disclaimer before we start the video. I am no study expert. I am not the best at studying either. But these are just some tips which I used over the last couple of months. These tips kinda helped me and I want to share that with you, and hopefully it will work for you too. Alright, so we're looking at 6 simple tips today, easy to do. I'm not gonna lie to you and say by the end of this video you are gonna be a studying pro. These tips take a long time to implement, and with good practice and habit making, they will eventually, hopefully, work. So tip number 1, have a clean workspace. You are gonna be sitting at a desk during quarantine for a load of time, as much time as you are in school. Most of that time, for example, I go to school for nearly 8 hours of my day, and most of that time is spent at a desk. And so what you want to do is have sort of this easily accessible workspace around you. Now, why would you want a clean workspace? Now the thing is, sometimes I'm also messy, but the thing is, having a lot of clutter on your workspace does 2 things. 1, it distracts you. You're not essentially focused on a task. You have all these things beside you, and it can easily drive your focus away. And number 2, it just doesn't motivate you. It's not motivating to have a desk, or at least something you look at for majority of the day, to be extremely dirty or unkept. It can actually demotivate you from studying, which is not what we're looking to do. That's tip number 1, have a clean workspace. Alright, number 2, and I'll be honest here, I didn't think this tip was really gonna work until I started implementing it day after day, and it's setting objectives. Now, I write 3 objectives every day in the morning. Now, you may be thinking, nah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, that's what I thought too at the start, just for my sake and just get it on my head. I just started trying to do it for 1 week. And that 1 week became 2 weeks, and that 2 weeks became an entire month. And I realized that setting objectives does a really important thing. It materializes what you want to do. Now, when you start a day, you may already have objectives in your head, and these are all in your head only. They've not been written down yet. And so these thoughts can easily get jumbled up in your head as your day goes on, and eventually they'll completely escape it. What writing down 3 objectives a day does is it materializes your words, it materializes your thoughts, but it gives you, most importantly, focus. It lets you go back and see what you wanted to focus throughout the day. And writing things down also makes you remember them more easily. It can even be just to focus a bit more in class, or come early to another class, for example. But what these objectives do is they allow you to plan out your day, but they also allow you to sort of look back at yourself and reflect at the end of the day whether you met those objectives, and then for the next day you can alter those objectives. And this process continues over and over again until you will become a successful planner and eventually effective and efficient. Alright, number 3, technology. Use it, please. Okay, in my school, I don't really use technology. You can't have phones, iPads, computers. We don't really do that. But right now at home, you have access to everything, whether it be an iPad, laptop, phone. You have all these devices around you, which can also be good too. Think about it this way. I used to have a homework diary, which is what my school gives, which you write down things to remember. Now, whenever I have a test or homework due, I just go to my reminder app on my phone, and I list out in sections. I have a test and homeworks reminder section to put. And what this does, it reminds me a day before I have to submit a work. So I know the next day I have to paste it in my Google Classroom, or the next day if I haven't done the work yet, I know I have to do it immediately. And that's all you can use technology for. Technology allows you to look at information you couldn't have got before, whether it be videos, different media. And what this allows you to do is diversify your learning experience. You don't have to sit in front of a textbook and write notes to learn something. You have got the chance to listen to someone talk on a video for once. Listen to a podcast, read a book online, something which you may have not been able to do before. And all of these implemented together, and again, with responsible use, can really, really help you. Alright, time management. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best time manager in the world. I would say above satisfactory. But what time setting does is, again, like setting your objective, it helps you be efficient. And this is sort of like a sub point, but all these these points, and you'll see later, help gain something, and that's called flow. You see, when you're studying, and if you want to study effectively, you have to achieve flow. Now, what does flow mean? Well, flow means you are in such a state of learning that not much else matters to you, right? So what you essentially want to do is create flow. And time management allows that. I set on my phone and my technology devices all of them how much I've used my phone or my laptop or my tablet. And this allows me to be aware of how much I'm spending time on something. And because of this, I know when to work. And when I know when to work and when my entertainment time is over, I can create flow. I can focus myself on doing this one task, which if I do long enough, if I have the right motivation for it, I can immediately find flow. And with flow, you can learn effectively. Okay, number 5, health. Now, again, you're gonna be in your desk a lot throughout the day. So you're gonna need a good chair. Your back's gonna hurt. And I'm not gonna say that my back is, again, totally alright. My back hurts as well. What pain and what health does to you, again, is also demotivates you. And that, again, will disrupt flow. And you're not really gonna study anything because you're gonna be in pain. And you're constantly gonna be thinking, when is this going to end? It's not only the health that comes to your back, it's also the health that comes to your eyes. Now, I'm really fortunate to have blue light blocking glasses. And this actually helps block the blue light coming from devices and again protects my eyes. But you don't need that. That is just a tool which I am lucky to have, but I don't need. In fact, there are lots of settings that you can adjust on your phones and devices to warm up the screen. And a warm screen and not a heavily intensive blue screen will actually reduce the stress in your eyes and make you more aware and again more motivated to study and learn. And this is really, really important. Breaks. Now, breaks to me is a really two-sided sort of argument, because to take a break you need, again, a lot of time management, and again this relates to all the points. A break is really, really important. You have to rest your mind, and what I do to rest my mind is actually use a Rubik's Cube. Now, I don't immediately go on YouTube or go on Netflix during my break periods, and I'll tell you why. Now, do I want to? Yes, I do. Part of me does. But what a Rubik's Cube does, and this is what a puzzle does, is it relaxes your mind by actually using it. You see, the Rubik's Cube, at least I'm not really that good at it. I use sort of the beginner method, and that's not really intensive on my mind. I don't really have to think much. And it's also kind of satisfying in the end to see the total result. And if I do that in my break period, I not only get better, I get progress, which helps motivate me, but it also helps relax my mind, again, while using it. And because of this, while using your breaks effectively, not to watch Netflix, watch YouTube, and then completely get distracted and not go back to studying. And this again helps me keep my mind active. And that's what you need to help create flow. Okay, you may have seen in some of the videos, I actually use an iPad, and I'm fortunate to have a pretty good laptop. Now again, these are all tools, like my glasses, which I don't need, but help me in what I do. There's always a way to make stuff work, and it's up to you. I can't tell you how to do that. It's up to you how to make all the points I listed today connect. I'm not a study expert. These are just some tips which I thought I could share with you. Find that flow, which at the end of the day will help you study and become an efficient learner during this quarantine period. Those are essentially all I've got for today's video. If you guys have any more suggestions, leave them in the comments and just share it with everyone else. I don't mind. Maybe you have a better efficient study method. I would love to know. Again, we're all learning here. And if you got all the way through this video, thank you so much. I hope you learned something. Make sure to click the notification bell, and of course, make sure to subscribe. It means a lot to me. Alright, I think that is all for me today. See you in the next one.